Recently, the World Economic Forum released its Global Information Technology Report, placing South Africa last out of 148 countries in the quality of our mathematics and science education.
Whether we come last or not on the World Economic Forum is in many ways of little interest to me, to be honest. We have our own statistics, and our own statistics are not pretty. 1.3 million children enter school, and 12 years later, 8,000 of those 1.3 million children have an A for mathematics. Last year, 530,000 children attempted the senior certificate. 8,000 got an A for mathematics, and 34,000 got a C or better for mathematics. If we're committed to nation building, poverty alleviation, job creation, we have to graduate more students with a useful pass in mathematics, and we're not doing that.
I think that the current curriculum, which is referred to as the CAPS curriculum, is very promising on paper, but it's more the implementation of it. And the worry is that learning is taken out of the whole equation. The focus is too much on ticking boxes of have you done this, that and the next, whereas there's little focus on what actually is being learned. So speaking to teachers, they find, or some teachers find this whole curriculum overwhelming. They don't have enough time to do everything. And there's little reflection on the key concepts that are to be taught and the core skills that you would like the learners to have on completion of any particular year. So if there was more focus on that, the task would be somewhat more manageable.
I don't say that the curriculum per se is the problem, but what I do see as a challenge is how we deliver that curriculum. I think the delivery of the curriculum is still very much focused on memorization and the production of answers without developing real understanding, reasoning, and so on. And if learning mathematics relies on memorization, then there is actually a lot to be remembered or a lot to be known. And essentially we run out of brain space, if you like. We just run out of space to manage that. And I think there are very few children who can manage to remember everything there is to be remembered. And so a more productive approach would be one of getting children to understand what it is that they're doing and being able to reason and reason about what they know, or reason about and with what they know, and apply that learning. So for me, the challenge isn't the curriculum per se, but it is about the delivery of that curriculum.
In a bid to show that we have a higher pass rate and that education inequalities have been addressed, the standards have been lowered to accommodate those that come from an impoverished background. A paradigm shift is required here, rather than trying to push these children into a system that lowers our standing on the international market. A whole new different approach needs to be taken, but an appreciation of numbers needs to come in from the word go and how numbers work. It is a language in itself, and those children need to actually understand that language, and they're not getting the full language. It's the equivalent of going into university speaking pidgin English. You cannot go into university with the level of maths that we're allowing these children to take with them. Not at all.
And what we need is to find a way of perturbating the system, of disrupting the system, and helping teachers to develop a richer sense of a mathematics classroom, a richer sense of a richer mental model. And I think that that's where we are failing our teachers, in as much as we're not doing enough teacher training around creating a more effective learning environment. Our teacher training in general seems to be more focused on interpreting the curriculum, as opposed to interpreting the curriculum or presenting the material in a more conducive learning environment.
So some teachers are saying that the system is failing them because when they're trained, they would like to be trained on that maths which is in the curriculum. They want to be trained to teach that. as opposed to being maths educators, regardless of the curriculum. So it's a misconception that teachers think that they should be trained to teach a particular curriculum. If they had more mathematics skill or knowledge behind them, they would be able to convey the material. So too often teachers might not have enough maths. I'm not saying they have to do third year maths, but what is their depth of maths understanding?